Yo, what's going? How you doing? Back at it again. You already know. Fiat farming. And man, what a blessing. What a blessing. Like, how could this get any better, man? Like, fiat farming for Bitcoin every single day. And what do you know? We're in a bear market, so that means people are willing to sell me their Bitcoin at a discount. Like, I remember just last month, Bitcoin just went up to like 126,000, and it went up so fast that I dropped like a couple $100 into it, like that. I bought the exact top. Like, I think I paid $127,000 for the Satoshis that I was buying. Not me spending $127,000, but the average price that I paid for my Bitcoin was $127,000. And we haven't even hit that price before. I paid a price that has never been seen before, and I loved it. It was amazing. I loved it because it just showed me what was possible. It showed me that, yes, Bitcoin will make new highs while I'm holding it. And when it makes new highs, it's usually pretty aggressive. And for me, someone who's like, I would consider myself like a very, very late stage Bitcoiner. As in, I was buying Bitcoin in the upper like 78,000s, like 80,000s, 90,000s, you know, like basically my average cost paid for Bitcoin is like around $100,000. So I don't really have a concept of like a $30,000 Bitcoin, a $50,000 Bitcoin. Like, sure, I've seen those prices, but I was never buying at those levels, you know? So for me, right now, me paying $93,000 for the Bitcoins, it's wonderful, because like, it just means that I have to do significantly less work than I normally would. And let me just say this again, I buy Bitcoin every single day via fiat farming, via business ventures, through creating value by whatever means that I can possibly do it, right? And Bitcoin's expensive, you know, like realistically, I don't know how many days it would take for me to fiat farm just to get to one Bitcoin. I haven't done the math, but it's a lot of days of fiat farming to get to one Bitcoin, you know? So me being able, like, I'm just watching my stack just surge, because whenever I see a 25% drawdown, I know a lot of people get shaken out. They're like, oh no, it's gonna go lower, it's gonna go much lower, we're losing money, we're losing on the trade, I bought the top, cats and dogs are raining from the sky. But for me, someone who's actually made the switch from fiat to Bitcoin, not as sort of a trade, but as my monetary network, man, I'm getting 25% more Bitcoin each time I buy. Like that's awesome. Like, imagine going to buy a pizza, right? And your pizza is like 8 slices. Like, you get the fat extra large pizza, and it comes with 8 fat slices. And then you go and buy another extra large pizza the next day, and you get 10 slices. You get 25% more slices than you would normally get for the same price. Now, a lot of people would say, oh man, that means that the value of the pizza has gone down because now they're willing to sell you more slices of pizza at the same size, but it costs less. So that just must mean the pizza has lost its value, you know? But for me, someone who's over here is like eating this pizza, I'm like, man, this is great. Like, I get 2 extra slices of pizza, one for now, one for later, you know? Like, it's just great. And like, now I don't have to like stress so hard about the amounts that I buy because my purchasing price is below 100,000, like now I get like 11,000 satoshis for every $10 I spend. You know, it's almost like it's just really good. Like I really hated those days during when I didn't hate them, I just didn't really like them. I really just like those days when we were like around 117, 120, 125, where you would go and buy like 10,000 satoshis, but it would cost you like 14, 15 bucks just to get 10,000 satoshis. And it'd be like, dang man, it's really hard to like get like a nice numerical number because I have to put in more money just to make it say like 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 satoshis, right? But now, like I just got like 24,000 satoshis for like $23 or like 22 bucks, and that was including like the fees, that was including like the spread, all that good stuff. And even like after like, you know, sending it to like personal storage, you know, like I still had like 24,000 satoshis, and it was just great. You know, it was just really nice because like it just helps. It just really helps because not only am I buying at a 25% discount, I'm also accumulating 25% faster than normal. So like right now, that's like almost 2 whole days of work for me. You know, like say I work like 7 days a week and I put all that money into Bitcoin, you know? Now that we're 25% down from the highs, I realistically only need to work 5 days out the week, putting in that same effort to get that same end amount. And it's great. Like I've got no complaints. I've got no complaints, you know? The only thing that does suck about being in a bear market when you are, you know, orange pilled to the core is it's just not exciting, you know? Like there's no like mystery about what you're going to be doing. Like I'm just going to be buying Bitcoin, and it really sucks because as long as we're in a bear market, like I'm not going to be going out, I'm not going to be like partying, I'm not going to be doing all of the fun stuff that I want to be doing until we get back into a bull market. Like, and that's the only thing that sucks. Like I know for a fact that for the next 7 to 14 days or however long we're in this bear market, I'm just going to be buying Bitcoin. There's no question. There's no like, oh, he might do this. No, it's like I already know what's gonna happen, and I know how dull it's gonna be. I'm gonna be fiat farming and just buying Bitcoin, and like I'm not gonna be doing anything else. Like I might sleep, I might eat something, I might watch some TV while eating, while on break on fiat farming. But it's kind of dull, man. Like nothing surprising is gonna happen to me this week. Like I'm not gonna be trading options. I'm not gonna be like doing a bunch of like weird business ventures, trying to network with a bunch of people. I'm just gonna be buying Bitcoin, you know. And I'll probably be posting a lot of fiat farm content and Bitcoin related content. But that's where I'm at right now, guys. Like I'm just out here fiat farming, like as always. But I'm getting 25% more. I'm getting 25% more with each purchase that I make. And it just keeps going lower. Like, honestly, like I remember back in the day, I thought we'd never see prices like this, you know? I was like, oh, Sailor's here is buying like institutional, like he's just dropping the load. Sailor is out here dropping the load of cash into Bitcoin, and the price is just gonna keep going up and up forever, and eventually I'll just get priced out, you know? I'll just get priced out. But that's not what's happening. We're in a bear market. Oh man, I was coming on this channel and talking about, oh man, I wish there was a bear market. I wish we were in I wish there would be like a correction. Oh boy, I wish we could see like 95,000 again. And here I am today, fiat farming, buying Bitcoin at 95,000. And I would have never dreamed that we could possibly even get near 80,000 or even lower than that. But it's almost here. Like we're not that far away from 80,000, you know? It'd just be like another 10% drop. And the sentiment's so bad everyone's selling out of it. Like, people are panic selling. People are literally panicking. Like, I don't know if this is the bottom. I don't know how much lower this is gonna go, but I've got no complaints. Like, thank you. Like, truly thank you. Like, thank you for this buying opportunity, you know? Like, I'm gonna go in here and drop off this order, but man, you know, I'm experiencing like a 25% drawdown on everything that I own, but I couldn't be happier. Because now I just have to spend 25% less time, effort, and energy to make my daily buys. Like, I made 2 daily buys today, and it was probably the least financially responsible thing I could do. I could have held cash, put some money aside towards bills, you know, saved up for like maybe a nice snack or something down the road. But I'm not. I'm just buying Bitcoin. And one little gem I'll drop on you before I end this video here in a second. Whenever you experience a drawdown in stocks, it sucks because you're losing money. You're literally losing money. But whenever you experience a 25% drawdown or any sort of drawdown on Bitcoin, you lose nothing. Like, I didn't lose. Bitcoin might be down a lot from its recent high, but I've lost nothing.
French paternity unlicensed.
I've lost nothing because Bitcoin is my money. The only way I could lose money on Bitcoin is if I reduce the amount of Satoshis that I have, i.e. selling it or just losing the Satoshis, you know? So even if Bitcoin drops to like 3,000, I don't lose any money. I still have the same amount of Satoshis. So I don't lose money. There is no drawdown. There's no drawdown for me. Sure, I might be able to sell. I might not be able to get as much fiat currency as I could have 3 weeks ago if I was going to sell my Bitcoin for fiat currency, but I was never going to do that anyway. So it's not a drawdown for me. It's a discount for me buying. Like, I'm not down on Bitcoin. I'm just getting it at a discount. Like, there is no drawdown. I could be down 100% and there wouldn't be a drawdown because I don't use fiat. The way I could explain this is like, what if I use US dollars, right? And for some weird, crazy happening, you know, the Mexican peso goes up like 300%. You know, let's say that the Messiah returns and he's Mexican, right? And everybody just loves Mexico instantly, right? And then the Mexico peso just explodes, becomes like, Mexico overcomes the United States as like the most prosperous country in the world, i.e. the Messiah returning there. Like, am I going to be concerned that my US dollars are losing against the peso? Like, no one, most people don't care what their currency is doing in relationship to other countries' government issue currencies, you know, because they don't use them. Like, I don't care if the Swiss franc is outperforming the US dollar over the course of 10 years. I don't live in Switzerland. I can't do anything with the Swiss francs, you know, so it doesn't matter which is doing better against inflation, you know. For me, I'm not a Forex trader. But as a Bitcoiner, I don't care what Bitcoin does in relationship to the US dollar at this moment, in particularly while I'm still in the accumulation phase. So I hope it goes lower. I hope that I lose more money on the Bitcoin trade. I hope it goes to 50,000. I genuinely hope it goes to 50,000 because that just means I'll have to spend half as much time and energy to buy Bitcoin, you know? So it's like, I got nothing. As I've recently become fond of saying, I've got no complaints. I've got nothing but upside, and I have no complaints. So another little gem I'll drop on you before I'm out of here. If you like content like this, I'm not the person that's gonna give you hopium. I'm just gonna tell you my experience because this is a vlog. But one little gem I'll drop on you is that the US government is completely set on its intention on destroying the middle class and the Americans' purchasing power and people who save in the US dollars. So just know that if you're holding US dollars, and fuck, I think this dude actually is here to pick up his food. Okay, well, right, so I got so wrapped up on my soapbox that I actually didn't even deliver the order. Bro, I had to come outside and get it himself. Nothing wrong with it. But getting back to what I was saying, I'm getting a 30% discount on the Bitcoin. I'm getting a 25% discount on the Bitcoin that I'm buying, right? I hope it goes down to 50K, because then it just means that I have to spend so much less time and energy to buy Bitcoin. Like, I spend 7 to 10 hours a day just fiat farming, you know? Like, I'll do a video about it pretty soon, but like I even as a vendor, you know, like I'll go out and, you know, offer my wares as a traveling apothecary, and like I'll get paid in Bitcoin, you know? So everything that I do, it just wraps back to Bitcoin. So, and like, you know, I might come on here and talk about, oh yeah, it's all great, it's all sunshine and rainbows and whatnot, but that's a lot of time and energy, you know, and it does require a lot of resources and personal investment to be able to fiat farm in the first place, you know? To go out and, you know, sell your wares in public as a vendor, you know, that all requires a lot of time, energy, and effort. But if I can get Bitcoin at 25, 30%, 50% discount, it just means that I end up expending so much less time, energy, and resources to ultimately achieve my goal. So I hope these prices last. That's all I can really say. And if you're watching my videos, go watch my shorts. Go watch the shorts I posted on the 16th of November, right? Because I did 2 daily buys, and you're gonna see more of them. I really encourage you guys to go scoop up some Satoshis while you can still buy 10,000 Satoshis for $10. It's not, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that a few weeks ago, trust me. So you can definitely do it today, you know? I encourage you to start your dollar cost average journey. And getting back to what I was talking about before I got cut off there, the US government is 100% intent on destroying people who own corporate bonds, government bonds, saving US dollars, and just people who use US dollars in general. There's a lot of open source information. You can go look at the speech that the Russian government official gave, basically saying the exact same thing as what I'm saying. You can also go look at the many videos that actually explain word for word what they're doing specifically and how this strategy ends up working. But basically it comes down to one thing. They're going to end up devaluing the dollar to get away from the debt. You know, the US government isn't in a good position to be able to pay the interest on its debt. So the only solution for them to maintain power and credibility is just by devaluing the currency that debt is denominated in, to be able to get out of the debt and, you know, retain government and official powers. What does that mean? It means that the government gets to get off scot-free, wipes their hands clean of all the debt pretty much. But it means that people who are holding the money that debt is denominated in will be utterly destroyed. So I don't really like talking about topics like this because it doesn't relate to me. I like to vlog about my life and what I'm doing on the day and my personal thoughts, but there's a little gem for you right there. You know, I don't want to come on here preaching about the apocalypse, but if you don't want that to happen to you, I suggest, you know, buying $10 worth of Bitcoin today. Keep stacking, stay sovereign.